couple things I want to alert you to why I think the water softener is not softening any longer, especially it's very obvious on plastic items. Like there's just, my water's very hard, so there's a lot of white, it's probably like calcium or something, I don't know what it is, but anyways, you're gonna have a film on all your stuff. I mean, my glasses. Okay, if you're watching this video, you're probably having some issues with your water softener not softening your water. I'm gonna make 2 videos out of this. The second one's gonna include what I'm doing here. But just to get you started, if you want to save some money, you can do some easy troubleshooting before you phone the repair guy. That way you're gonna avoid additional expenses of him coming here and trying to figure it out. It's a very simple thing to do, one of the tests. And let's go through that, because this will save you a significant amount of money if you can just phone them up and say, this is my issue, come and fix it for me, if you're not able to do it yourself. But this part you can do yourself. And in the second video I'll include this, and plus actually how to do it yourself. So the first thing to do, this is a common issue after several years of usage for this water softener. If your water is not soft anymore, just well, you don't even have to open the lid, but the first thing to do, might as well just take off the lid. You just lift it up, put this aside. A very common problem, there's it's like a little turbine in the unit. I'll show you where it is. Of course you can't see it, I'll just show you where it's located. And we'll come back to this in a second here, but there's a little turbine that's in here, and it registers how much water is going through, and if that little turbine gets stuck in here, it thinks that it's not using any water, so it never regenerates. So let's go through a little test that you can do to see if it's working. And of course, the very basic starting point, all water softeners have a bypass. Someone might have been fooling around and you know, if you have kids or something, they might have taken your water softener offline. Let's push that in. So if it's pushed in, no flow is going to go through the out thing, so that way, in that case, the turbine's not going to register. Plus, you know, you're not going to get soft water, so it's twofold there. But anyways, make sure that your valve is in the service position and not in the bypass position. On this water softener, if it's pushed in, it says on the end of the knob, push in for bypass. That means soft water won't go through the system. So anyways, so again, that little turbine's located in here. And so let's go through and just show you very quickly how to see if there's actually water flow registering with that turbine. All you need to do on this particular softener, I'm going to get this set up here, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. There we go. On this particular unit, all you do is press and hold the mode button here. Hold it for about 3 seconds. There we go. And then on this one, you press it 2 more times. And we won't get into these numbers right in this video, but well, really quickly, if you're doing a manual thing, it will tell you what position the valves are in and stuff. This is the one we're looking at though right now, the 3 zeros. That's the water flow indicator. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go turn on a tap back here, and what should happen is this number should start counting, and it should remain counting. If it goes up a little bit, like say it goes up to 8 or 10 or something, you see it move and then it stops while you still have your tap open, that means there is still an issue with that little turbine that registers the water flow. It should continually run nice and smooth. And give me a sec here, fire this up. Okay, so my water's on and you can see it counting up. It goes up to a certain number and then it resets back to 0. That indicates a gallon each time it beeps and comes back. So The more you open the tap, the faster that number should run, and it should keep running. If it ever gets stuck while the water is on, that means that that little turbine is getting stuck and it's not registering water flow. So if it doesn't register water flow, that means your water softener won't know that it's used water and it will not regenerate. Okay, I'll go turn the water off. There we go. Okay, so in your situation, let's say that, well, okay, I did that test and no, it did not move and it got stuck, or it just stayed at 0. If it did move a little bit but then it stopped, that's just a sign that it's probably just that little turbine. But if it just stayed at 0, this is the next test you can do very quickly. It's very easy to do. I'll get this out of the way here. Alright, let's get the view right. Okay, this is the little sensor that goes to the circuit board. And what we're going to do, we're going to pop this off. And this is not only going to show us if the actual sensor is working, it's going to also say that, well, the circuit board's good too. So again, to do that, it's just clipped on here on this unit. You just lift up and get the other side here. Oops. It's no big mystery. Just pulls out like this. And inside, in that pipe, what I was talking about with that little turbine thing, there's some magnets in there. And what happens when it spins, it activates this sensor. And what you can do, I'll just try to get this all in view. Now if you have a little like fridge magnet, that's all you need. You need a little wee magnet. I have one off my fridge. It's just like one of these little, and just pass it across here. I just have to get it in there, right? But you see, if you get the magnet on the right side, so it's working. So you know the sensor's good. The circuit board is registering what the sensor is sending. So again, that's a good indication. It's just simply that little just a second. Better move my camera over here. So again, that's just an indication that that little turbine is stuck in there. There's some dirt in there and it needs to be cleaned out. And that's the end of this video, and I'll show you the process if you want to try to do it yourself. For some people it won't be an issue, but for others, I mean, it takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of knowledge. But there you go. I mean, just put your sensor back on there. But that's an easy thing you can do to check to see if you have the water flow registering. Again, if it doesn't register, water softener will not know to regenerate. Alright, I'll add on to this video and move forward from there. If you want to stick around, look down in the links. I'll put a link in there once it's all done up to get to the next video on how to. Okay, thank you.